Today, we are strapping ourselves into probably the fastest hype train in professional sports right now.
Definitely feels that way.
We're doing a deep dive into the sources around Moses Itauma. He's this 20-year-old heavyweight boxing phenom, and I mean, he's just dominating the conversation.
Absolutely dominating.
Yeah, so our sources, they paint this picture of, well, extraordinary raw talent. We're talking maybe generational potential here.
There's that kind of buzz, isn't it?
But they also show this really surprising moment of calculated caution. So our mission today, unpack the hype. And it's immense hype. You know, Tyson Fury is calling him a future wrecking ball.
He is, yeah.
And figure out the big strategic decision. Why did his camp just reject a direct fast-track route to fight Alexander Usyk for the undisputed title?
Yeah, and this is, well, it's that classic tension, isn't it, that makes heavyweight boxing so compelling. And it's really relevant for you, the listener, because it's basically a masterclass in risk management. We're using Itauma's journey, you know, his incredible record, that amateur pedigree, to explore this high-stakes trade-off. Is it about rushing for a record or protecting a legacy long-term?
Especially when it's a Mike Tyson benchmark you're chasing.
Exactly. The pressure there is just immense.
Okay, let's maybe start with the making of the phenom, because his background, it's not typical, right? And it kind of speaks to that drive he has.
It really does.
Itauma was born in Slovakia. His father's Nigerian, his mother Slovak. But the family moved to England when he was a kid.
And specifically to escape racism, which is, you know, a huge factor.
That sacrifice, moving countries just so he could find a safe place to build a life, a career.
It absolutely feeds into his whole mindset now, I think. It shows he's willing to take these extreme, calculated steps for one goal.
He started boxing really young, just 7, apparently inspired by his older brother, Karol Itauma.
Yeah, Carol's a light-heavy prospect himself. But Moses, well, he quickly kind of separated himself, didn't he?
He didn't just separate himself, he basically rewrote the record books as an amateur.
Oh, completely.
His record was, what, 24 wins, 0 losses. Just perfect.
Unbeaten,
Yeah.
which is just, well, incredible at that level. Never cased a defeat.
And here's the detail, the historic bit that really underpins that pedigree.
The big one.
In 2022, Itauma became the first ever Brit to win both the European and the World Youth titles.
Yeah, at the IBA Youth Worlds in Spain. And crucially, these weren't like close decisions or anything.
No.
He stopped 4 out of his 5 opponents. That's pure dominance, isn't it? Physical power mixed with skill.
So the foundation is rock solid. He turns pro January 2023. He's only 18. Signs with Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotions. They know how to build stars.
They certainly do. And the ambition he set out publicly, it's just staggering.
It really is.
The ambition is the ticking clock here. He's openly said, I want to break Mike Tyson's record. Youngest heavyweight champ ever.
Tyson was 20 years, 4 months.
Right. So for Itauma to beat that, he needs the unified belts before April 2025.
Which is less than 7 months away now. It's incredibly tight.
Super tight.
And right now, September 2025, his pro record stands at a perfect 13-0.
With 11 KOs. So the power's translating.
Which brings us nicely to how he fights, because that's what really created this shockwave, this buzz.
Yeah, the style.
His pro debut, remember that 23 seconds, knockout of Marcel Beau, just boom.
No, yeah.
But the one that really, confirmed the hype for everyone was more recent. That first-round TKO of Dillian Whyte in Riyadh.
Former contender White, yeah. Took him just 119 seconds.
That win just catapulted him, didn't it? From hot prospect to immediate contender.
Oh, absolutely. And his confidence, well, it's sky high. After the White fight, he basically said, I'll fight anyone you put in front of me.
We did.
If I get the opportunity, 100% I will be world champion.
Yeah.
But the real excitement, I think, is in that blend. The physical and the technical.
He's a real puzzle for the division, isn't he? Sources describe him as, what, 6'4", southpaw?
Which is already awkward to deal with.
With this mix of explosive athleticism, but also, old school fundamentals.
That combination is, yeah, lethal and rare. He's got amazing timing, high ring IQ. He breaks guys down, doesn't just rely on power.
What are the key tools they mentioned?
Look at his right jab.
Yeah.
That's his lead hand as a southpaw. It's crisp, accurate, disruptive. And his footwork is apparently phenomenal.
Controlling range, pivoting out.
Exactly. And he's already sparring top guys. Daniel Dubois, even the champ, Usyk himself.
Wow. That tells you everything, really, about his level right now.
It does. And his ranking reflects that.
Oh.
He's already in the ring's top 10 heavyweights.
And crucially, WBO #1.
WBO #1.
Yeah.
Which is precisely what forced this big decision, this crossroads moment we're diving into.
Right. So Itoma's camp recently rejected a massive fight offer, an IBF final eliminator against Frank Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for anyone maybe not deep in the boxing alphabet soup, explain how big a deal turning that specific fight down is.
Okay, so rejecting the IBF final eliminator, that's basically turning down the golden ticket. It's the fastest guaranteed route available to a world title shot. The winner of that fight automatically becomes the mandatory challenger for the IBF belt.
Which Usyk holds right now.
Which Usyk holds. It forces the champion's hand. You can't avoid the mandatory for long.
So they literally threw away a direct, guaranteed path to fight for the undisputed championship.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hang on, though. If the entire goal is breaking Tyson's record by April 2025, isn't rejecting the fastest rec the exact opposite of what you'd do?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seems counterintuitive.
Are they prioritizing legacy over the actual stated goal?
Well, that's the conflict. Let's look at the caution argument first.
Yeah.
Frank Sanchez is a serious operator.
He is. 25-1 record.
Trained by Eddie Reynoso, Canelo's coach. Sanchez's co-manager basically said Itoma's probably a bit too green for Frank right now.
Oof.
They see him as a future star, sure, but maybe not quite ready for that established elite tier just yet. Just think about that decision for a second, though. You're 20 years old, spotlight's on you, and you say no to a huge payday and a direct shot at the undisputed crown.
Takes incredible confidence in the long game.
Absolutely. Which leads to the wisdom argument. The camp's defense, basically.
Yeah.
Avoiding Sanchez now preserves the future.
So it's about protection.
Exactly. His trainer, Ben Davison, he insisted Itauma shouldn't be rushed. Not before he's fully ready. And look who's advising him, too.
Lennox Lewis, right?
Lennox Lewis, former undisputed champ. He apparently told Itauma, wait until Usyk retires before even attempting a title bid.
Wow. That's big advice.
And Lewis's own career, it was defined by timing, smart choices. The idea is maybe rushing for a record sacrifices that long-term goal, you know?
Yeah.
Generational wealth, sustained legacy. Lewis got that right.
That fear of rushing a generational talent, it's definitely real. And this whole rejection, it obviously got the heavyweight veterans talking, created a real contrast in views.
For sure.
On one side, you've got Tyson Fury, the ultimate hype man, backing Itauma completely, saying he'll, quote, wreck all them old men out of division. He lists Usyk, AJ, Miller, Zhang.
Everyone, yeah.
Claims boxing is just a young man's game. Are we taking that seriously, or is that just Fury hyping?
Well, it's Fury being Fury, right?
Yeah.
But it definitely validates the hype around Itauma.
Okay.
But maybe the most critical validation came from the target himself.
Alexander Usyk.
Usyk, he called Itauma's win over White a great fight, and he acknowledged Itauma is the future for boxing.
High praise from the champ. But Usyk's team, they see the timing very differently than Fury's hype, don't they?
Oh, completely different. They're the voice of, let's say, strategic reality here.
Right.
Sergey Lapin, he's Usyk's CEO. He gave the key perspective. He basically said, fighting Usyk right now is not good for Moses.
Too soon.
Yeah. And that currently, the wish for that fight, it's only really coming from Itauma himself. Lapin thinks Itauma still needs that first serious fight,
Yeah.
Against a proper top contender before he faces the undisputed king.
And we need to remember the context on Usyk himself, right? Sources say he's resting, recovering after a crazy run.
Absolutely correct. Lapin stressed that. The last 2 years have been brutal for Usyk. 4 massive fights, 4 intense training camps, 2 against Fury, 2 against Joshua.
Unprecedented run, really.
It is. He's the undisputed champ, and his team's now looking for, quote, new opportunities and an exciting location for his return. They're also moving carefully, which ironically gives Itauma a bit more breathing room.
Okay, so rejecting the IBF shot seems wise short-term, maybe.
Yeah.
But it means Itauma needs to stay busy, keep winning, navigate those rankings while he waits for the right moment. What's the immediate plan then?
Well, the immediate plan is a return to the ring, December 13th, 2025, back in the UK.
Okay, opponent.
Names being floated are David Adlai and Michael Hunter. Both are, credible steps up, solid tests.
So still navigating the shark tank, but taking calculated steps, not just jumping in the deep end.
Exactly that. Not one giant leap yet.
And when we connect this back, big picture historical context,
Yeah.
what Itauma seems to be trying is that perfect, almost Usyk-like path.
That's a great comparison. Think about the commentary around Usyk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Former cruiserweight, moved up for legacy, for money.
Dismantled big heavyweights like Dubois with skill, ring IQ.
Right. And put himself in the conversation with Tyson, Ali, the greats. Itauma, who everyone praises for his ring IQ, his timing, he seems to be following that measured, skilled path, not just the quick, destructive heavyweight path.
It's a real strategic high-wire act, though, especially because he still holds those other #1 spots, doesn't he?
He does, WBO and WBA #1. Which leads us perfectly into the wrap-up here. Itauma clearly has the tools. He's got the perfect 13-2 record. The hype is massive.
Fury's hype train is at full speed.
Full speed. But his camp is pumping the brakes, trying to ensure he avoids that classic trap-talented prospect, rush too soon, potential wasted. But rejecting the IBF shot does create this dilemma.
That's the core tension, isn't it? Immense talent versus perfect timing. I feel like Itauma is being built for a 15-year career, not just a quick peak.
Absolutely. Seems like the long game. Now, consider the strategic chess match he has to play. He holds the WBO #1 and WBA #1 spots, too.
Right.
So, given Usyk is resting, his team is searching for new opportunities, the perfect venue.
Right.
Does Itauma's calculated no to the IBF mandatory now force his hand elsewhere?
Meaning?
Meaning, does he now have to risk one of those other #1 spots he holds? If he waits too long for Usyk to retire or vacate, maybe the WBA or WBO stores their mandatory timeline.
So he trades one pressure cooker fight Sanchez for potentially another one, just with a different sanctioning body.
Exactly. All because he's trying to thread that needle, hit that perfect timing window before the Tyson record expires in April 2025.
Right.
Does dodging one bullet just line him up for another?